action, the feeling, the place to call home. When searching for love, we often do not know what we're searching for. We think we do until we find the one that shows us everything we've been searching for. Love shows up. She reveals herself. She dances from heart to heart and skips from one smile to another. She feels, she touches, and she sways to the rhythm of your heart, the rhythm of their heart, while magically intertwining the beats to make a rhythm unique to both hearts. When they ask me what love means, I say, love means life. Love means wisdom. Love means to find my world within yours and to let our worlds collide. Ife, love in my native language, is to allow ourselves to be, to allow ourselves to skip freely in the garden of our lovers' hearts. It's to allow your lover to plant seeds in our own garden, knowing that as each day passes, we'll water them with our magic and they'll grow. Ife is to know that come rain, come shine, my heart will always sing for the one that I love. My soul will always search for its best friend. My lips will always tell the story of our hearts. And my days are not incomplete without your love, but rather they are filled with your love. To measure love is to love without measure. Black love is safe. It's pure. Black love is love.
Listen, you're confusing me. You're killing my thoughts now. It feels intense. I can't like that. Sorry, man.
Hey, I'm Isra.
Hello, my name is Salah.
And we got married in 2017.
Oh wow. How many years ago?
I'm not sure.
I think I had a brain freeze there. Hi, my name is Samira.
Hi, my name is Najib.
And we got married in 2021.
I like that one the best. Sorry, I was sleeping there for a second. I'm Faiza.
And I'm Ilyas.
And we met each other on muzmatch 2021.
Should I start or would you start?
I didn't say I was shy.
No, you said you're a little bit nervous.
I said I was sweaty.
Yeah.
My name is Kabir Yusuf.
I'm Taslima Yusuf.
And we got married in
2009.
November.
Yes.
Just a few days before my birthday.
And it's almost our anniversary.
So first when we were at school, he was one of those people who were always like playing basketball. Everybody knew about them. They used to get into trouble. And I was more of the nerdy type. And I was like the goody two-shoes, best behaved kind of student type of thing. And so I always thought he was just like someone that wasn't like me.
This guy that was in the same ACCA class, which is a chartered accounting course. And he just told me, he's my friend, just told me, oh, I've got a wife for you. I said, really? I said, okay, well, this is her number, give her a call.
I just kind of had a bad relationship, ended. And I was like, you know what, I'm not interested in anything. As I was saying that, he was like, oh, okay, I'll give him your number. I was like, no. And then the phone cuts off.
So I gave her a call.
On a private number.
Did I use a private number?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
and I'm like, who is this?
I gave her a call, she didn't pick up. I gave her a call again, she didn't pick up. I left a voice message, she didn't call me back.
Like, he went straight forward. He was like, salam alaikum sister, can I call you on this app? I said, oh, why not? Then he called me on the app. Then we spoke for like 5 minutes. Then I said to him, I just want to know you're not a catfish. Can I video call you from here? And then that time, muzmatch just added the service of the video. So I was like, I just want to know. And I was literally in my pajamas and everything and wearing my hijab like in the dark. I just wanted to know he is the person he is. Then we started speaking and then I asked him, how tall are you? Because he was outside, I didn't really hear what he was saying properly.
So you thought I was 5'5".
So I was like, how tall? And I was like, how tall are you? And he was like, 5'5". And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, 5'5". And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you know what? I have to call you back.
So I was following her on Twitter and I didn't
put two and two together.
I didn't put two and two together. I saw you on Twitter, I followed you. I'm not gonna lie, them times I did follow you for your tweets. You was funny, but at the same time, she was very beautiful on her picture. So when I first saw her again, I didn't realize that it was the same girl that I'm following on Twitter. So my first impression of you was, gorgeous.
When I first saw you, I thought you were cute, but like you just were minding your business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you wasn't doing the most, like, very reserved. I like that in a guy.
Our last memory in high school is we fought. We never used to speak, and then I banged the door on her when she was getting into a class or something. I can't remember what it was about. She tried to make me apologize, and I was just like, no way. And then she had to go report me to the school.
Then I called her again, left a voice message. She didn't call me back again. Then I just said, well, that's it, I'm not even calling again. Then I think, if I remember quite rightly, you called me back and said, okay, well, this is me. And you said you were in the middle of an exam, that you didn't writing your final papers. I said, oh, okay, so that's fine. That we'll talk after your exams.
And then after a few days later, I thought, do you know what? Like, you can't judge someone based on a height. There might be more to him than a height. Like, just let's just hit, because he seemed very decent. I went back to his profile, and it was like 5'9". I was like 5'9", but he said 5'5" twice. So I was confused. and then, but it's like by luck, I ended up speaking to him again, and then he told me he wasn't.
We met at a social gathering.
Why are you laughing for?
I spoke to him first, but it wasn't like I was trying to move to him. Come on.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Why would you speak to me then if you wasn't?
Because we're in the same gathering.
Yeah.
I'm going to greet you, and that's how the conversation
I
started.
pursued it because I felt like she was trying to move to me. He was like, "Hi, you're right. You look good."
Dude, stop lying.
I thought that's what you said. Sorry,
No.
my memory is a bit fuzzy, but
yeah.
that's how I thought you said.
No, I just said hi, you're right, and that's how. And then the whole time we didn't even speak like that.
Yeah, because in my head I'm thinking you like me, so in my head I'm already processing going to our mutual friend and finding out more information
that means
about
you
him.
ended up moving to me.
We had been talking consistently for about 2 years, and we saw different people, and we spoke about the different people we met and we were seeing at that time. And at some point I broke up with someone and he was there for me as a friend, as usual, and all of a sudden he just said, you know what, I think we would make a perfect couple. And I thought he was crazy. So I told him, you need to tell your mom first if you want to court me, and because this time around I want to do it properly.
We continued the talking, and then we met in January.
Can't remember.
Yes, it was in January at the O2. So we're going to have dinner at Nando's in O2. I walked up the escalator and I'm calling him. I'm like, okay, I'm at the O2. Where are you? At that same point, there was another guy on the phone talking. So I thought that was him. And I walked up to this person. I'm like, hi, Kabir. And the guy is looking at me like, who are you? I'm like, oh my God, he has seen me and is thinking, this is not the person I want to meet, or this is not the person I've been talking to. I'm like, are you having a laugh right now? Like, this is me. We've been talking for the past how many months? And this person's like, I don't know who you are, but within maybe 2 minutes, then that was when you came up from the O2 and said, I'm here, can't you see me? And then I'm like, oh, this is a total...
Have you tried other apps, like aside
No.
talking to me or other people?
We didn't try any apps.
I did. I just never said.
Oh.
Muzmatch is a Muslim marriage app with over 5 million members. Currently, there are 120,000 Muzmatch couples worldwide. 9% of its user base identify as black.
Being on muzmatch, I didn't think it was going to work, because it's so difficult to like meet someone out there now and like just speak to someone. You know, people are very like stush now, so I don't know, is that the word you use? But with Ilyas, it was the fact that his profile was interesting.
Yeah, if I was on Muzmatch, my bio would be here for the vibes.
That's it. I joined because I'm a revert, so the easiest way to get married for me personally was Muzmatch. So what I mean, so I don't have uncles and aunties and cousins that can speak to this auntie, and do you understand? I don't have all of that.
Like Muzmatch, I've never signed up to Muzmatch or anything. I don't know. I guess I believe my own source.
I don't know if it was about before I met you.
You have to really give yourself to the
app, yeah.
For them to be able to match you perfectly, hopefully.
But nowadays, with all this AI and everything, I mean, Google probably know you better than you know yourself.
You know yourself, yeah.
But I have got first-hand friends that have met their spouses on muzmatch, so yeah.
You know, when she was going through this breakup, you know, and we got really close, she revealed parts of her that I never knew about. So I could see her kindness, I could see how much she tried, and she opened up to me in ways that she wouldn't open up normally.
Maybe subconsciously I always knew this was the type of person I would want to marry. I just didn't accept that, you know, I could do it with him until he actually said, you know what, we should give it a go.
Actually, quite quickly on, we decided that we wanted to be together.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to get married. And yeah.
Well, don't say it like that. I told her, listen, my plan is to I don't think you wasn't thinking about marriage at the time, I guess. But I told you, listen, this is what my plan is. I want to get married in the near future. And for some reason to you, it just felt just the right thing to do, I guess.
I wasn't against marriage, but obviously that wasn't at my forefront in that moment. But I wasn't stopping my blessing. For example, when he came into my life, I wasn't saying no, I'm too young to get married. But I was open to the idea. So when he said that, I had to think about it, and I just said, if you're the right person, I'm down to get married. Literally.
What I like is the fact that I don't know, when you told me the other day, the fact that you were speaking to like other females, and out of the other females you liked me better, and you ended up I have to add that in.
I mean, when we started talking, and you know, gradually we started liking each other. It was fun hanging around, going out, doing stuff together. Then I thought, well, this kind of makes sense. I mean, it feels like this is someone I can marry. I mean, this is someone I can spend the rest of my life with. And, you know, so I thought, okay, well, I should just try and make things a bit more formal. So I spoke to my brother, my younger brother. So, okay, well, this is the plan. We're going to propose. It's a birthday. We're just going to I'm going to get a ticket. We're going to go on the hot air balloon, and we're going to do it up there. So I got the ring, got everything. And I got one of our friends. I said, well, bring one of your friends along. So we just all have fun together. So she brought her friend. We got into the hot air balloon. It was, you know, nice. As it was lifting up into the air, you know, everyone was enjoying the whole scene. I was also enjoying, but I was all thinking, okay, well, the moment is coming now. I did it. I proposed, and, you know, she was really, really surprised. And, I mean, our friend was so excited, she almost jumped out of the balloon. I mean, she was even super excited, more excited than her.
That was because I was
oh my god.
My dad still references
He still remembers that story.
Every single time he talks. He said, I can't forget that day when he proposed to you and you came over excited. Daddy, I'm getting married.
I was speaking to his auntie, and then basically she was asking me like serious questions, and she was like, so do you love him? Like, you know, that this was like the final deal. And I was like, yeah, I love him. And then Ilyas, he was looking at me, and then he went shop, and then he came back, and he's like, so you love me? And I was like, yeah, I love you. So I kind of got like put a pressure. I was pressured to answer that question. Do you remember? And then he was like, and I was like, so what? You don't love me? And then he was like, yeah, I love you too.
There's a little argument here. We kind of don't know who said it first.
Stop lying. You don't know because you don't remember, but I remember.
No, I did say it first.
He has never said I love you to me. He doesn't believe in saying I love you. And initially when I found out that he would never say I love you, I'm like, how is that possible? I live in a world where everybody say I love you. And I'm like, he doesn't say that. And the reason behind it is that he doesn't believe in what people define love as, because people can easily say I love you and they fall out of love. So I've learned to understand that it's not about saying I love you, it's more about actually showing that he loves me. So now I don't care. Before it was like a real bother, like, how can you not say I love you back to me?
And what really gets me angry is people say I love you today, and then tomorrow they start saying very nasty things to each other, start maligning each other. And then you think, well, what's the point? Why would you say you love someone today, and then the next week or next year, all of a sudden you're now total enemy? I don't think that's love. Yeah, and it's just a word. I mean, anyone can say I love you. Like I've just said I love you now. Yeah.
But by the way, he says it to his kids.
Why do you love me? Apart from how good looking I am, but why do you love me?
I love you because I love the person that you are. You've got amazing characteristics, and just the way you are, like you're very empathetic, you're very loving, like you are not afraid to show me how much you love me.
You know, when she said, oh, okay, if we're considering this, because we come from different like tribes in Nigeria and culture, and she was like, oh, would your family even accept me in that way? And I was like, to be honest with you, I don't know whether my family are tribalists or something like that. Then I'm like, okay, I'll just call my mom. I just rang her up and I'm like, Mom, are you a tribalist? Would you want me to marry from another culture, or I don't know, what do you want from me? And she was like, why are you asking me such a question? Have you seen someone? I was like, it's just a question, you know? I haven't really seen someone. And she's like, no, you're lying. You won't ask me that question if you haven't seen someone. What's her name? What's her name? I'm like, oh, you know, it's Samira. We went to the same school and all of that. Next thing, just after that conversation, my mom is telling me, oh, okay, yes, of course, you can date her. Not knowing that she's already done her research. Next thing I know is Samira telling me, oh, my family is trying to go and ask for her hand in marriage. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was a shocking experience because literally I remember I was on my way back from work home and my mom had been trying to call me and I was really tired. I called her back and she said, have you seen my messages on WhatsApp? And I looked at it and she just said, Najib's family want to ask for your hand in marriage. Should I say yes or no?
Yes, so it was at just that point Samira called me. So we now have to make a decision whether to get married or not.
Bear in mind, this was like a week after we both told our parents that we wanted to court each other.
And then Samira just called me, so do you want to marry me? I'm like, what? I was thinking I'll get married in the next 5 years or something.
When I think of marriage as marriage, I'm terrified, even now. But when I think of marriage with Najib, I really enjoy the prospect of it and I'm actually enjoying the marriage. So for me, this past few months, I believe I've made the right decision.
When I asked her, would your family approve? And she said yes. I spoke to her father. Her father said to me, as long as you're Muslim,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, I
That's
don't
the
mind.
main concern.
My mum grew up with her stepdad, but her real dad named her Faisal.
Yeah.
So
We found out together, innit?
yeah, so
We was together when she said it.
So when she met my mum, and then she said
Yeah,
her
your
name.
dad as well.
Yeah, she said her name Faisal. My mum was like, oh, that's my name. Da, da, da.
And your dad said it as well. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah, and her second name is Faisal.
And she speaks Swahili as well.
Yeah, I speak Swahili,
My mum speaks Swahili.
so we get along.
So I never knew in Nigeria, once you propose, the next thing is marriage. You have to marry like almost ASAP. So it was like we had to marry straight away.
So as you can see, me and Stella, we are not from the same country.
Yeah.
And I guess that was a little bit of a barrier for my parents to kind of accept it, because obviously it's different to them. And that's why it took us 2 years to get married.
2 years.
Yeah. It was difficult, but we just had to keep reminding ourselves that we're doing it for the sake of Allah. And in Islam, we are allowed to marry outside of our culture, as long as the person's Muslim and, you know, they're fit to be your partner. We did have like support from like certain family members, but just not all of them. So it was just about getting to the end where everyone was sort of on board, and then that's why it took us 2 years.
What has marriage taught you?
Even though it sounds cliche, but patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, patience. And just learning how to share with someone.
Yeah.
See what I'm trying to say? Because and when I say share, I mean like you're sharing like near enough everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's not easy.
Definitely patience. In terms of getting to know you, even though we dated for less than 2 years, I didn't know every part of you.
Has the love you've had for me changed since we got married?
It's increased because now I'm actually getting to know you more, getting to see other sides of you that I haven't seen.
Care to share?
The fact that when I come back home on the days that I'm not working and I come back home, you've done everything, you've cleaned the house. I think acts of service is probably my love language.
I think he cooks more, but when I cook, he loves
Pasta, lasagna, she's not touching me. Anything else, she's very good at that. But when it comes to lasagna, I taught her to make lasagna.
Yeah.
No, don't say yeah like that.
I'm not gonna lie, he makes a good lasagna.
I'm the better cook. I always and I'm quick. He always calls me ready, steady. What?
Ready, steady, cook.
Ready, steady cook.
There's no. When last did you cook?
I just make quick meal like baguettes,
Yeah, he's good at making baguettes.
tuna
and
sandwich,
fillets
all
and
those kind of
stuff.
things. I can do that quickly.
But I do
But
the
when it comes to
cooking.
cooking, especially our traditional meals, I've never been good at it. I mean, even when I was single, when I tried to cook, I don't even like my own food.
What is one thing about me you love the most and why?
I think I love your energy and how very outgoing you are, because I kind of feel I'm that way, but a bit shy sometimes.
You're very considerate, you're very kind,
Thank you.
caring, you're funny, you're beautiful.
The moment I'm with you, I just feel like I'm with the person I'm meant to be with.
I'll say you and my nan, probably the most caring people I've ever met in my life.
Aww.
I love you because the love that you give to me, I've never received that kind of love before. I've never received that kind of love even from my own family. So the love that you gave me was something totally new to me. So that is why I love you.
How would you describe our love story?
I would say it's been a nice, beautiful, steady rise up. And every day, I mean, it just feels like it gets better every day, really.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes you kind of almost feel guilty that it's that much fun.
I love you because you're so understanding. You're so patient. I feel like you've got my back.
I like being around you so much that your grandma called me chewing gum. So
How would you describe our marriage?
I think using a phrase, I would say happily ever after, because I feel like the journey up to getting married, like this is now our happily ever after.
Okay, what's the one thing you hope the most for in our relationship?
To be with you for the rest of my life, inshallah.
Oh,
Like I tell you every day, well not every day, but every time possible that I hope this never ends. I hope we're together forever, inshallah. And we meet in Jannah, inshallah. With our
Amen.
kids, I mean.